designers.
Yeah, absolutely. And some of the eco-friendly designers that I've spoken to have been talking about economies of scale and saying that they wish that there was more eco-friendly designers out there so that they could buy in bulk and then have the economies of scale and they can pass on to their customers. And in turn, the end product is a sustainable jumper which is cheaper for the customer to buy. And I think from talking to people in the shops, if they're talking about buying a sustainable jumper or not sustainable jumper, they're going to really look at which one's cheaper as well. What's your thoughts on affordable eco-fashion and the idea that people want to buy sustainable products, but sometimes they're more expensive? And that goes for fashion as well as many other types of products, cars, food, restaurants. What's your thoughts about affordable eco things?
Well, I mean, I think that again, using products, particularly for people who are in their 20s, our peer group they express themselves through consumerism. I mean, that's just a known fact. So the element of creating something that's more affordable for people as their first touch point to be involved in something much greater, as long as they follow through with that much greater part, which is always, that's always difficult to be able to do. But if the concept and the idea is there and the heart is there, then you would want the product to be more affordable, because to be honest with you, not everybody can afford everything, and to be able to sit here and say, oh yes, buy this or buy that, it doesn't make sense particularly for people who are just getting by or can't put food on their plates. It's a completely different mindset. You have to do well for yourself and your family first before you actually then care about the environment. And you look at that on greater scales in different countries, and it just doesn't come under people's radar. So I really encourage larger brands to have economy scale to be at least looking at the supply chain and make it more environmentally or socially, environmentally efficient, or with better social standards. And if they could start doing that and then show progress along the way, then that's a really positive thing. It's so hard for independent designers. They have to do really great design and have a cult following for it to actually, I feel like, to actually make it. And the point that you bring up about kind of buying things in bulk, I mean, there's a lot of logistical issues with that too. So it's, we have a team at Cornell University who's just looking into that idea of co-op buying. But what are the logistical issues with it, refunds and return policies? What does the supplier think? Does the supplier want to be putting through 6 different credit cards? Do they want to be different? Yeah, I mean, so there's a lot of other things. In theory, there's demand there, but the idea of creating it into its own business model is something to be noodled over for quite some time.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, something that I'm really passionate about is giving people examples of things which, even if they're not interested in the environment, it will help them save money. So, for example, environmentally friendly cars is going to save them money on petrol. They're going to get discounts on their road tax. They're going to get free parking in certain areas. And the same with environmentally friendly fashion. I want to help to raise awareness of those eco-designers which are cheaper than their non-sustainable counterparts, and they're going to be attracting people even if they're not interested in the environment. And for me, it's those 3 circles of sustainability that you need to look at, and it's the social, economic, and environmental. And people are often very passionate about the environmental circle of sustainability, but they'll be dragged in by the social, economic. And in this day and age as well, particularly with recessions all over the world, it's the economic aspects which encourage people to go down the sustainable route.
Yeah, and it just